one of my aspirations is not necessarily be a character in a Dr. Seuss book, but in this instance, kind of like the Lorax, I feel that I really need to speak for the trees, specifically Cordylines, Cordyline australis, the cabbage tree, kōuka. So next to me here, this is a Cordyline in my garden. It's not Cordyline australis, it's another variety called broadsword, which as you see has thicker, greener, strappy leaves and doesn't grow quite as high as the magnificent cabbage tree, Cordyline australis, kōuka. The reason I'm wanting to talk to you about it today is often I have clients saying to me, hate those fronds, needs to go, blah, blah, blah. Cool. If it doesn't suit your garden, that's fine. If it doesn't suit the time that you've got available for gardening or the aesthetic that you're seeking, by all means, do what you have to do. Before you do, stand there and pay a bit of homage to this tree. And the reason that I'm saying that is because they're actually pretty magnificent and they're quite useful. Now, in terms of them looking good, the best I've ever seen is in the Royal Tasmanian Botanic Gardens in Hobart, where they have a New Zealand garden and they have this amazing stand of te kōukas mixed with harakeke, flax, and a few other bits and pieces, and man did that look good. In terms of New Zealand gardens, just a hat tip to a company called Southern Expeditions who do tours into the Fiordland area. They've got this really cool app that as you drive in, it's location based, and it'll chip in and say, oh, in this is area number 1, here such and such happened, here look at such and such. And one of the things they talked about was the mighty cabbage tree. As you go through the New Zealand countryside, sometimes you kind of see random stands of them and think, oh, I wonder what that's doing there in the middle of the paddock. They said often it's an indication of Māori activity, that if there was a Māori village, they would actually plant te kōuka nearby, because for them it was an important food source as well as providing other things. For example, those scrappy dry leaves which everybody hates and wants to get rid of, they're really amazing kindling for fires. The early European settlers used to take the trunks and use them as chimneys because the trunks themselves are fire and flame resistant. Now, in terms of the provision of food, I'm not 100% sure on the detail of this, and I can't remember what it said on the app, but I know the next time I'm asked to take down one of these trees or take something off it, I'm going to look at the pups growing out from it, and I'm going to look at the roots, and I'm going to have a go at figuring out exactly what is edible and maybe eating it. So anyway, there you go. As I said, the mighty Cordyline australis, te kōuka, the New Zealand cabbage tree. Amazing plant.